IEM Rio 2022. Some will say these stickers are the worst in CSGO's existence, while others may say that these are the best opportunity for CSGO investing in a very long time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Rio 2022, that being the souvenirs, the souvenir packages, the capsules, the stickers, being the holos, golds, and well, that's really it. Some glitters here and there as well. This sale first started over 2.5 months ago. The 75% off sale started around 3 weeks ago, which is just pretty crazy to think at this point in time, and yet it's still not pulled from the shop. It's been extremely controversial pretty much since launch. Even with a bunch of updates towards some of the stickers to make them look a little better, it still hasn't made people desire these over anything else that we've recently gotten and seen in CSGO. And well, in today's CSGO commentary, I want to take one final look before 2023, and maybe by viewing this video, you're already in the future at this market. And I really want to touch on for a little bit these souvenirs, because this has an extremely big problem.
Today's video sponsor is, of course, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a place where you can buy or instantly trade your CSGO skins for some new flashy ones. It has a modern and easy to use layout with multiple different filters, and if needed, it has a 24/7 live chat support team. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance, which can be used when you end up trading skins. If there's a skin you really want and don't have enough for it, there's an option where you can top up your balance, and if you deposit with cash, you get a 35% deposit bonus, which is very nice. This holiday season, Skins Monkey is offering one of the best deals I've ever seen across any single trading website. They've prepared free gifts for everyone. Christmas has come early. Now, as soon as you go on, you can get one of 3 things. You can get a completely free CSGO skin of really any single value, a 45% deposit bonus, which is 10% more than normal, being a 35 usually, or of course a free balance on the site, which can be used to any item you want to trade for. The first gift is free, and others are unlocked through the trading website.
So I firstly want to knock out right away these souvenirs. It's been no question this past year that these have had a very big problem on the market. You can pretty much print these with ease. You get 3 for free if you buy the Extreme Pass, the Viewer Pass Plus edition for the major, and then on top of that, it's only a couple bucks to buy said souvenir token to get whatever one you want. And while this past little while, we've seen some maps get removed from the game, that mainly being Dust 2. And these things really weren't that popular up until this point. And well, since you can buy whatever one you want, people were buying maybe at 300, 400, 500 of each certain map. The most popular ones are usually Dust 2, Mirage, sometimes Vertigo, but that's really about it. Dust 2 got removed, and while these skins went absolutely crazy, but specifically the souvenir packages did on the market. This one from being a couple hundred to 1,000 right overnight because everyone started panic selling them, and then boom, people started selling them more and more and more. And now we're currently at the point where these are 11,991 on the market at $2.84, lower than what you can buy them on the store right now. And that's not the main problem. These are actually not a bad price in the Steam market at this moment. What's the problem is what you get inside of them, that specifically being the reds. Let's take a look at the gold arabesque. So out of IEM Rio alone, there are 142 of these things right now. Now this is for a few different reasons. The main one being a lot of these things were unboxed and the hype was created, making people want to get them when Dust 2 was removed. That was the main thing right there. The same thing would have happened with the Desert Hydra or really any other skin from the Mirage collection or any other map. So that case did not help it whatsoever. But there are 142 of these things on the market at this point. And the gold arabesque really hasn't been in the game for that long, just a little over a year. And well, if you look at something like the Op Dragonlore, okay, which has been in the game for a long time and dropped for a long time for majors anyway, yeah, sure, the way things drop are a lot different. Some may say worse or for the better. I would say a lot worse because it made things feel rare. And this is going to make you feel like these newer things are not very rare whatsoever. Here we are, Op Dragonlores. The majority of these things, I would say maybe close to 10% of them are banned. Op Dragonlores, 114 of these bad boys are available to the public, which is not very much whatsoever. And for me is pretty frightening, I would say. Souvenirs going forward just don't really feel rare like they used to, and that's how I think CSGO has killed them, by making you pay for them and letting you pay for them on the shop. Yes, it's not consumer friendly, but it's just not as fun. As it goes for an investment, it's hard for me to recommend these because the past 3 majors, well, they're all the same. You can buy any single sticker from any other major and put these on a weapon now. All you can't get now is, of course, the map sticker, which now, in my opinion, is not if, it's when Valve will release a capsule that has map stickers in it. That's just how I think. Too much money to be left on the table for them. That's kind of besides the point. But just like some other things, I think some of these might be a little underinvested into, but that's to be expected, especially for some of these maps that just aren't very good and don't have great skins. As it goes for New Year's Eve in 2022 on the 31st around 6:10 p.m. my time, we're going to take a look at some of these capsules, okay? The most high in quantity on the market is 22,000 for the Legend sticker capsule, which is good reason. The Legends every single year for any single major is always the most over-invested into. The main reason being is it has the most popular teams, and the top ones on HL LTV anyway, at least going into the major at that point. And for some majors, it's the best looking ones. Like for Stockholm, it happens to be some of the most popular. Same with Cato 14. Challengers is up next, Legends, Contenders, and then you go into the autographs because they are a little more niche. Autograph capsules are way more niche than any other year, which is pretty interesting. The main reason being is people have to like those individual players, or they have to match their sticker crafts, or they have to somewhat feel attached to them. And they're usually a lot more expensive than other stickers for that said major, especially this one, as we'll get into pretty soon as well. As it goes for an investment, it's pretty hard to base this off of right now, mainly being, yeah, sure, some of these do seem very underinvested into, but we are only 2.5 weeks into the sale. There's probably going to be at least 2.5 to 3 more weeks left. Yes, the sales haven't been very great. It's been proven that actually. This has been the worst performing major for sales anyway, especially for some of these stickers and capsules that we've seen in a very long time. The main point being is it's hard to top the past two with Antwerp and Stockholm, right? You're going to something that's transparent, something we asked for the past decade, and now we end up with something we got, randomly thrown in there from 2014 until now. People just don't care about it, and that's kind of where I see it going forward. But I'll be sure to update you guys before I think these are going to get pulled. If you're going to buy any, just buy them and sit with them. The best options and best choices you're going to have are most likely going to be the autographs, just because there are so many more options. And that's the exact same thing I said about Antwerp, because you just have so many more options in a capsule like that. And with that, it's a whole lot harder to get the sticker you want, which is going to drive up the demand, which is going to decrease the supply, which is going to up the price. And that's what you want as an investor. But now let's go into HOLOS. So HOLOS, right off the bat, these are horrible. I'm not a huge fan of them. They do not look good this year whatsoever. These are the things that had an update to update the background, because when these things first came out, they were extremely hard to see. You could barely see any of the autographs on some of these stickers. Like the symbol was almost impossible to see that he even wrote on the sticker, especially in the middle, besides the outside part where you could barely see the S and the E. With putting a little black border around his name, yes, it does help, but it's still not that great. The thing that I think benefits these stickers more than any other year, not necessarily the past two, but ones before that, maybe something like Krakow, DreamHack, whatever, is you can scrape these stickers extremely well. And that's what matters for a lot of people. I've seen some pretty unique crafts, and this is part of the reason why I've changed my opinion on a lot of these stickers recently, is because they're very scrapable. You can scrape them to pretty much nothing, and you can just have the team logo or the main autograph or signature itself, which is pretty cool, and that can go for some pretty creative crafts. Where I see these stickers becoming extremely successful is, let's just say, let's take Mouse for an example, or Cloud9, both of these being from two recent majors with great looking stickers. Mouse is extremely expensive in Stockholm 2021. Let's just say it gets too expensive, right? Goes to the $100 to $200 range. People are therefore going to fall back on the predecessor, that being Rio 2022. Yes, it is a budget. Yes, you're going to see a scrape on the sticker, but that's why it's called a budget. Cheaper, looks a little worse, but it's pretty much the exact same. That's what this does. Because you can scrape it, it looks so similar. The same thing goes with Cloud9. As it goes for other teams like 00 Nation, maybe some teams we won't see again, possibly like Gamer Legion, we don't really know, even though they are confirmed for the next major, I believe, because they are pretty new to the scene and they don't have a lot of experience inside CS, at least recently in the pro scene. If they decide to drop out like Copenhagen Flames, be it 2 pump jump, their sticker might go a little crazy for a little bit, especially if they're underinvested into, like I think this major will be. But that doesn't necessarily mean if it's underinvested into, it's going to be successful. Just because something is rare in life, or mainly CSGO, doesn't mean anyone will buy it for a certain price or whatever price you want it to be. It's just supply and demand. And before we lastly go into gold stickers, there's one thing I want to mention as well. Reasons other majors haven't been as successful as they probably should have been, like Stockholm and Antwerp, mainly Stockholm. It is extremely rare and they look good and they have a lot of exclusive stickers and teams. These were extremely cheap for a very, very long time, pretty much all throughout 2022 up until now. A big reason of that, I think, was because of the amount of other stickers and the other opportunities there are on the market. With Stockholm, you have Antwerp, you have the 10th anniversary, you have the boardroom sticker capsule, you have all the stickers on the shop right now. You have something that is a little more expensive like Cato 14, DreamHack 2014, Cologne 2014, Cato 15, the Crown Foil, the sticker capsule 1 and 2. There's just a lot of different options to choose from, and this is exactly why I think it's going to hold Rio back just as much as the other majors did, if not longer, if that makes any sense for you. So yes, these might be rare, but because of all the other competition on the market, I think it might take a little longer than you expect for these things to go up, even if they are pretty underinvested into. Lastly, let's touch on the golds. There's not much to say on this either at this moment because it's only 2.5 weeks into the 75% off sale. They look absolutely stunning. They look beautiful. They really stand out, and you know it's a Rio sticker when you slap it on a weapon, which I personally like. Rio's pretty unique. It's something that looks really good on paper, and while you're inspecting it in game, it's just as soon as you slap it on a weapon, I'm not sure why, it just does not translate as well as it does as it looks in your head, if that makes any sense. At least as it goes for most stickers. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of these, but the golds, wow, they look extremely good. And what's also really good about them is the quantity. Just like some of the holos and even some of the glitters, they're underinvested into. But I think that may change when the sticker sale ends and right before it ends as well. People might go a little crazy with unboxing these to try and get the certain golds they want. And very similar to the HOLOS, there's other competition on the market to these golds, that being obviously Antwerp 2022, being the most recent major besides this one. You have to remember, Antwerp also has some very good looking stickers for a pretty cheap price at this moment, probably will be pretty similar to these prices as well, at least for the first little while when these go off sale. It's going to be pretty interesting to see which item out of each category performs the best. For example, which souvenir package is going to be the best, which capsule is going to be the best, and of course, which gold is. Let me know what you guys think. Even if this is underinvested into, do you guys think this is going to be a good run? Do you guys think we're going to see something similar to RMR, where we see a lot of these things double in price overnight and then fall back down to below retail? Let me know what you guys think. Happy New Year. I'm out, guys. Peace.